All right. Okay, well, hello everyone. My name is Vlad, founder of Hugs of a Mask, and this Zoom is designed to explain We Are All Essential initiative, and basically, let's see if somebody's not muted. If you guys can mute yourself, please. Let's see this person here, maybe. So yeah, so this I'm just gonna mute. I think I got everybody, most of the people. So We Are All Essential initiative is designed to encourage, support, and more than anything, empower business owners specifically to open up their businesses. Um, Myself, I'm a health and wellness coach by trade, so to speak, for almost 20 years, as well as a certified personal trainer. I worked in Good Life back in the day and other small boutique gyms. And I actually had my own wellness center here in Toronto. Not as anything huge, but I still actually had my own space where I did consultation, and I trained some one-on-one clients, and I actually even conducted bootcamp classes up to like 20 people at one point. And I had that location for 4 years. So I personally understand what it is to have your own location, to make sure that the expenses get covered, and more than anything, you're actually able to generate income out of having your own business. The other thing that I have is, as an experience, is I actually worked as a server and a bartender in the city of Toronto also for over 10 years. So I personally have interactions and experience of this industry as well. So having said that, more than anything, and of course, this initiative is open to all the businesses to be a part of. But again, because of my personal experience and understanding the gyms, any type of fitness facilities, yoga studios, cycling studios, personal training sessions, and even bigger box gyms, whatnot, as well as any type of restaurant establishment, like the bars, even karaoke lounges, or even nightclubs or any other things like that. Those places are really in danger of going completely out of business. And unfortunately, the statistic is very sad. A lot of them already are out of business and not coming back unless those people are committed to being a business owner, and you're just going to able to start something later. So having said that, the mindset is to really empower, again, the business owner to open up. And the way we're going to do it is we're creating a team. And I'm going to introduce in a moment Marcella Williams, who's the project manager for this initiative, who's one of the original Hugs of a Masks members back in the day, and representing even specifically our British Columbia division. So we already have a website made up. Again, it's something quick that I made, and I'm going to need assistance, and we'll go for volunteers list in a moment. But it's already up and running, so kind of give people a little bit of an idea what this is all about. The main focus that we're going to do, besides the businesses opening up in defiance and as a sign of a protest, and they can put the sign that I have behind me in their window, we also encourage other businesses that may be not necessarily forced to be shut down, but they might be still have restrictions which really limit their ability to generate income drastically, which is unprecedented and shouldn't be happening. They should be opening their business and operating their business how they see fit. If you want to have 100% capacity, they should be able to do that. Nobody should tell them that they only allow 25 or 50%. But what I'm saying is that those businesses still should, if you want to show the support for this initiative and other businesses struggling in this country, we would encourage those businesses to put the sign on their window. And more than anything, what's happening even right now, and I got inspired from Saturday Toronto rally, where I announced it for the first time, this initiative. We actually have already regular people who are not business owners themselves, but they want to support this initiative, actually come in and asking, can I please buy a sign because I want to put it on my lawn in the sound of the support. So what I see already happening is we have a nationwide campaign between the businesses having the sign in their windows as a sign of a support, and regular people putting the signs on their lawns to show the support for the local business community. Because at the end of the day, businesses is actually essential part of the community. They really determine the health of the community in terms of the social economical structure. And primarily gyms and any type of restaurants and bars, that's where people go and hang out and relieve stress and socialize and connect with other people. And more than anything, they share ideas. And this is why, in my personal opinion, one of the main reasons why the government is so going like targeting this type of establishments, because they want to limit people's interactions. They want to limit people's ideas sharing and ultimately discussing what's really going on, because otherwise the only thing people are left with is watch TV and get the news from there, which we all know is just brainwash propaganda. So having said that, we want to have a launch officially tomorrow on November 5th. And ideally already maybe some people will be empowered and encouraged, because I've been promoting this now for a few days, to open up tomorrow and then contact us and we can support them in that venture. Otherwise, we have this weekend to enroll and get a lot more businesses to open. I'm gonna introduce Marcella Williams as a project manager, and she can share a little bit about herself first, and then we can go for everything that you had lined up, and then I'm going to fill in some of the blanks, and then we're going to open for questions and answers.
Hey, I'm Marcella from BC. Started with Hugs Over Masks way back in the day. I think I went on my first protest ever in my life in 50 years back in April, and never been such actively involved in this kind of work before. It's pretty exciting, and I'm really glad that I'm part of all of this movement and fighting for our rights and our freedoms. This is huge, and so yeah, I'm working with Vlad and taking this on. So here I am. Let's do this. A minute. Let's go.
So we have a list of volunteers that we need to fill in because we already created some type of basic structure. And having an ideas of what we see this project going forward. And of course, we more than welcome any type of feedback and suggestions other people might have. So Marcella, why don't you go ahead with the list? And I guess, the best thing would be as we go through the list, if you can let us know already, or you can wait till we say everything, and then you can let us know which part of the volunteer you might want to be a part of. People asking if this is in Canada. The initiative we want to roll out in Canada. However, I would strongly encourage, if you are from United States, still to be a part of this call, because you always can learn things, and nothing stops you from opening this type of initiative in your local town, even if you're in the United States. And we're still going to support you, because the materials and everything else is pretty much universal. We do that for a reason, so then everyone can do it. And the other thing that I want to say is one of the inspirations, that's the word I was looking for. One of the inspirations for this initiative actually came from California, because there is a amazing man with a capital M, a restaurant owner in Huntington Beach. And as we know, California is one of the most tyrannical states with all the measures until Monday, where they finally got an injunction. Let's give it up for that. However, Tony never shut down his restaurant. Never. Through this whole disaster in California, in Huntington Beach, he never shut down his restaurant. And not even that, masks are not allowed in his restaurant. Nobody's wearing a mask. And if somebody wants to come in wearing a mask, they politely ask to take it off. And that's it. And he's right there. So he was actually one of the inspiration for what we're doing right now. So even if you're in the United States, I would definitely encourage you to stay on the call. And if you want to help us initially with the Canadian initiatives, definitely help us out. And then, definitely let us know how we can support you doing this in your town or city in the United States. So having said that, Marcella, let's hear some of the roles that we're looking for, and then we can have a little bit of a discussion, I guess.
I kind of like this, actually. I was just rewriting this out. But we're looking for ambassador call teams. And when you do the acronym for that, it's ACT.
I love it.
It's pretty cool. So we're looking for people that will take action and do this. So we're looking for call teams. We're looking for about 5 to 10 people and one captain who will oversee all of that. We've got website. So whoever's got website building skills, updating, doing a daily blog, which would be for any business owners that want to participate in this. It would be like sending in a picture, doing a little write-up on them and putting it up onto the website. Then we have somebody that we're looking to do emails for us, gathering all the names, sending out emails on behalf of the group. We're also looking for people who are good with social media. I don't know, Vlad, how many people are we looking for that?
Yeah, so social media, we definitely want to have a dedicated person just managing, the Facebook, the Instagram. The reality is, we always get a lot of hate and stuff like that. So just, kind of delete that, nothing to be distracted with. Keep the things clean and good. Otherwise, just posting the regular thing. Probably besides ACT, the ambassador call team, I love it. The other team that, in my opinion, will be actually pretty significant in size will be managing the website and social media, because the vision for the website, weareallessential.ca, is actually in the form of a blog. So we want to have constant daily updates with stories about businesses that are defying the government and opening the businesses, and they have a picture with a sign in their business, and then we can promote them, because then we can actually obviously promote them, and then people can go to those restaurants. And then obviously doing that on social media, it helps as well. And the people taking pictures and sending it to us with their signs on their lawns, again, that can go on a Facebook page, that can go on an Instagram page. The idea is to really create a social campaign. We are all essential mass viral campaign between the businesses and between the lawn signs, and then regular people taking pictures, and us promoting different businesses, and doing that across the country. Again, very important, is going to be a powerful statement to the government that we are definitely huge in numbers, and we're not going to take no for an answer. We know how to run our lives. We are adults, right? Anyone who was able to open their business, they definitely have enough skill sets and brains to conduct their own life without the government overreach. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Exactly. So
okay, good. So social.
Go ahead.
Go on. So I was going to say, social media people, should we have like 2 people on that? Like
yeah.
A full-on person?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, we definitely need probably at least 2. Again, we'll start with 1. If we can get someone today from this group of people, is great. But I always like to team up people, because then people can leverage each other's time. And we do understand this is all volunteer, and we do understand you guys have responsibilities between the work, which hopefully you still have, and as well as family, kids, and all that stuff. And we're always mindful of that, and that's a priority. Your family is a priority. And we definitely appreciate all the time you're going to be helping us and yourself and this country ultimately with this initiative, right? So as much as possible, we want to create teams. And then the other thing I can't remember if you mentioned, I was typing things, a graphic designer, right? Making flyers. We definitely need that. So yeah, having said that, is someone from here has any specific questions about anything or any comments as well? The floor is open, guys, for you to let us know, please and thank you.
Well, I attended a local councilor meeting here, and I kind of raised a question about the amount of graffiti going around the city, which is that's an epidemic proportions, and it's costing business owners a lot of money. And they didn't, my city councilor was there, didn't even address the answer, but I had to go up to him personally after and kind of confront him. And he told me that the city has, the police are never enforcing it. I don't think they've arrested anybody in 10 years. They don't bother with it. Well, if this is not enforced and we're being silenced in the media, if they're silencing us, so what are we just supposed to sit there with our hands neatly folded and take it? The media is a great big billboard and if there's no prosecution, why don't we put in a message right on these media? Or maybe this is a little too far out for a lot of people, but why not post this graffiti instead of illegible letters that you cannot pronounce? You know, put a real message on CBC, put a real message on.
Well, the reality is, let's say if I do this and I write "we are all essential," the reality is actually the police might go after us because
Yes.
we're actually doing something like this, but they're not going to go after that. But us, what we do is, like I said, we create this campaign. We already create this campaign now, just a matter of getting it out there. So the other thing, how you can definitely help us besides volunteering for the roles, is start, even your local area, start approaching the businesses yourself, because we're going to need help reaching out to local businesses, right? You know your neighborhood better than anyone else. You know your local bars, you know your local barbershops, you know your local gyms, whatever, right? And you can definitely reach out to them and walk your street and then go to them and say, guys, would you like to be part of this new initiative, which basically supports you? Because at the end of the day, this is what it's designed. It's designed to support, empower the businesses to, take their life back. And the website already is up and running. You can send them the link. We're allessential.ca. Under the Open Your Restaurant is the link to the interview with Tony, the restaurant owner from California. The second video that's linked on the main page is from Peggy Hall, who's explaining that the government did not shut down your business. You shut down your business because, unfortunately, people are ignorant in terms of the laws and rights, and that's the reality. But guess what? You have the power to change that once you understand. Because at the end of the day, when you even if you get a ticket from the bylaw officer, for example, here in Ontario, it's just a bylaw ticket. I really would empower everyone to treat it as a parking ticket. We all got parking tickets in our life, and there's an option 3, and you file it to court, and you keep going about your business, because your business is essential. It's essential to you. It's essential to your family. It's essential actually to community. You are part of a community. Your business is a part of a community, and if your business dies, your community dies. So it's your responsibility and it's your duty to yourself and to your children, to the future generation, to stand up for your rights and fight for your freedoms, to run your own business, to run your own life. And the last video that's linked on the main page for now, once we restructure the website in a couple of days, is from one of the business gym owners in Quebec. And he literally says, it doesn't matter at this point. Either I open and I take a risk and then run my business anyway, or I open and I get a ticket and I go bankrupt anyway. What's the difference? Right? So for him, it's just like, it's already that desperate. And we have this, at least in Ontario, we have chefs and restaurant owners saying literally the business is not going to survive another 60 days. Another CEO of another chains of restaurants said, like, they spend $500,000 safe proof in their restaurants, and they're still not allowed to open. It's a joke. It's a total joke. So having said that, anyone here would like to volunteer to some of the roles? So if you want to think about it, what I'm going to do is the email is hugsnation2020@gmail.com. You can email and let me know what roles you would like to be a part of. The other thing I was going to say is the signs, especially like in the main cities, we're going to look into actually printing them in bulk. So then, people can just pick it up. We're going to ask for $20 donation for each sign. But if somebody doesn't have the money, no problem. If you're willing to put it in their window in their business or put it on their lawn, we'll just give it to them. Because at the end of the day, we just want the message to get out there, right? Because again, we want to support this. We want to support the businesses. I really understand the difference it can make for this whole agenda once we have a lot of businesses open up, especially restaurants and gyms, because people will be able to mingle and socialize and share ideas. And the last thing that I want to mention is when you do open your business, please allow people to manage their lives how they want to manage. If your employees, if your personal trainers want to work in a mask, fine. If you don't want to wear the mask, don't force them, because you actually are liable for the health damage that is causing the mask. And same thing with your customers or patrons. When they kind of come into your business, and if you want to wear a mask, fine. But if you don't, please don't force them, okay? It's illegal anyway. The main thing that people need to understand, requirement and mandates is not a law. There's a reason why it's not called a law, because it's not. Requirements and mandates are not laws, and that's why you're not breaking any laws. That's why you're not doing anything illegal. And in fact, again, unfortunately, based on ignorance, people just obey and comply without understanding what's really taking place. And the government and the media, they know it, and that's why they unfortunately are playing on that. The other thing that I want to mention is what's happening. It happened before. This is a standard playbook. It happened in Nazi Germany. It happened in around Bolshevik Revolution. It happened in many other places in the different times in the history. And what happened is the suppression of the middle business class, because the business class, the middle class, consists primarily of free thinkers. They don't like to be told what to do. They question the status quo. And the best way you can silence those people is you economically suppress them. And that's what's happening right now. There's no coincidence that you have liquor stores that are open, you have fast food that's open, but then you have gyms that are closed, right? And that's done for your safety and your health. And there was another place where they literally did everything for your safety, and that was Nazi Germany. The slogan was literally the same: we are doing this for your safety. But again, history unfortunately been skewed, and people don't really study it. So having said that, unless people have specific questions, we're definitely looking forward to hear back from you. If not right now, let us know what kind of roles you're able to help us with. Otherwise, what we might do is we're going to create probably a questionnaire, Google form, and we're going to send out the form to all the people, and then people maybe can fill out a form thinking which position they can feel more comfortable with. If that's the case, maybe that's the other way we can get some volunteers. Unless people have other suggestions and ideas, again, I'm very open to it.
I just want to ask, what does that sign that you're promoting, what does it actually say?
It says "We are all essential." It's the sign
We are
behind
all
me. I know it's backwards because of
Okay.
the camera, but it says "We are
Oh,
all
okay.
essential."
Okay.
Yeah. We are all essential. It has a small logo there on the side with Hugs of a Mask, because this is provided by Hugs of a Mask. And then at the bottom it says facts over fear, love over fear, and then Hugs of a Mask, and then hashtag, and then it has the website. It's going to have the website "We are all essential." So yeah. So again, the mindset is: are you still meeting at Pier 4 on Sunday? I'm not sure what's that. The website for the people. So again, the roles are ambassador call team. We definitely need a group of people making calls, and you will be making calls to the businesses, right? Yeah, I see you typing. Thank you. So the calls will be directed towards the business owners, BIAs, right? Business associations in your areas, any type of gym owners, etc. That's primarily the team of call ambassadors that we are looking for, as well as just going and walking in your area. If you feel more comfortable, instead of phoning people, just going out there and talking, that's even better, right? I know a lot of people are very good face-to-face, and that's fantastic. And then please do that. So that's one, basically ambassadors for either on the phone or in person to promote this initiative to the businesses. We need social media people. We need graphic designer making different flyers and stuff like that. And then we need the website, again, couple of people, because it can be a very active website with at least 2-3 posts a day, in a blog form, sharing stories as we're going to start getting more businesses. We might get one a day, maybe one every 2 days or whatnot. But again, the goal is to get to at least 2 a day, maybe even more, and then we can constantly update that. So we're going to need people updating that on a regular basis. And then again, like I said, social media between Facebook and Instagram is the 2 primary platforms where everybody's on. And it doesn't matter where you are in Canada, if you're in Ontario, in New Brunswick, in Newfoundland, in Saskatoon, and in BC, in Calgary, it doesn't matter, obviously, right? Or even if United States, obviously people can help us out. Yeah, I think, let's see, can we use the site for signage, or do we have to get it from you? Yeah, no. So you're more than happy. I mean, you're more than welcome to print it. We definitely want to assist in terms of cost factor. We do have good connections with lots of different print places all around the country. So, we're more than happy to assist with that. Otherwise, if you want to print signs on your own, I would tell you right now, anything above $35 is way too much. We're usually able to get the signs printed up within $20. The sign is 32 wide by 24 height. That's the sign size usually we recommend. And then for the loan, you just have to make sure that it has the things for the loan sticks at the bottom, because sometimes it's on the side. So if you do order it from a print shop, just tell them that they have to go on a loan as well. So when they print them the way that it's has the things to put the sticks underneath, right? Go ahead, Marcel.
Sorry, what was the sign measurements again?
32 by 24. So 32 is the width.
Length?
Yeah. Without a stand. So that's the price within $20 without a stand. Because up to now, I only was printing the signs without a stand. So the loan stand, we can figure out. I find even going to Home Depot, people might buy that there. So not necessarily maybe, let me figure it out that tomorrow to see if they actually sell them at Home Depot. I would imagine they do. But yeah, the actual sign shouldn't cost much more than $20. It always depends on a quantity, like anything else. Sometimes you're even able to get them for less than that, but up to 35. If anything above 35 is definitely too expensive. I would look for a different print shop. And Staples is definitely not the place to go. They always overcharge for everything. So any type of small print shops, and actually that's also a good opportunity for you to actually look for a print shop that is a part of the resistance, is part of the someone who's understanding what's taking place, so they might want to support that, because that's what we have here in Toronto. The person that set up originally for us all the printing materials is actually part of the movement. So he charges like a little bit of the nothing like a market price. Oops, 1 second. So it's not a market price. It's definitely cost, maybe with a few extra percentage, because I don't mind people making the money, but because this is not a business, we're not like selling things out of this. This is just to promote the movement. So we have a lot of people helping us out. Yeah, so I know there's an election happening in somewhere in Saskatoon, but right now the focus on the mayors primarily we have happening in Ontario. In a few municipalities, so stay tuned for updates regarding that. Any other questions, comments from anyone, please?
I guess.
Yeah, I had another.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say that the website will have links for initiatives, activist action, and like things that we're doing, and then also it's going to have a resources tab, but you'll be able to get the layout for the signage and how they're going to be there.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that I'm already working on, you guys get a little bit of a preview. On Fridays, we're going to start doing Freedom Friday Dance Rally. So that's going to be part of supporting the bars and restaurant type of establishment. So first two will be happening. One, I'm looking for Toronto because I'm here for actually in a physical location. And then in Vancouver, we organize in a street party in Granville. So that's basically going to be happening there. But the idea, again, is to support the entertainment type of places as a sign of the protest, with a sign for the protest, right? Opening your business and just, and just to, again, give you an example, here in Toronto, on Saturday, we had a party in a warehouse after the protest, and I brought those signs. And we had close to 100 people in the warehouse with a DJ, with everything, like proper club setting. Cops showed up, bylaw officers showed up. This is extension of a protest. We are protesting. Nobody got any tickets, guys. That's it. So.
I love it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, unless people have any specific questions, we can at least stop the recording. And then again, I can open for any other last minute questions. Otherwise, we can all go about our evening. Yes.
Email.
Yes.
I just I like the idea of canvassing in your own neighborhood.
Sure.
from door to door.
Yeah.
But I think what would be essential would be to have something, either a printout page that would say, very summarize exactly, very
Sure.
quickly and concisely what you're all about, or even a business card that they could follow up by checking a website and have that there. I think that would be an important thing if
Very
you like
true.
the idea of canvassing
Yes.
as being one of the best direct methods.
I believe so. And thank you for that. Yeah, definitely a pamphlet would be a great idea, like almost like I guess, half of a page, right? And then just maybe even, no, this is probably will be too small. But yeah, like our usual card, we have our standard educational card, exemption flyer, probably about that size, maybe a little bit bigger. We've just encouraging businesses to open up with the website, with the phone number. Yeah, that's a great idea, and we definitely need to get on that. So Marcella, please make a note, and then we'll work on it.
Actually, I was going to ask pretty much the similar thing for the ambassador call team.
Yes.
Is there a script we can put together so that they have that same information and maybe like a frequently asked questions?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Carrie saying they handed out $2,800 ticket to two guys in Saskatoon. What do you think will happen? File it to court. The ticket was, what is it for, Carrie? Can you either unmute yourself or put in the comments what was the thing that they did that they got the tickets for?
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So one of them threw a Halloween party in Moose Jaw.
Sure.
I don't know these guys. I just been following the news. And another guy said he had band practice. And he was in the RM, which is actually outside of Saskatoon.
Sure. So first of all, yeah, no, I get it. So definitely, if you're able to reach out to those people, please tell them not to pay anything, and definitely use the option to file it to court. The other thing, and that's why I'm really want to push this initiative, because at this point, anybody going about their regular life business, they should have a sign, because anything that you're doing that the government doesn't want you to do, you are protesting. The fact that you're doing whatever the activity, it's a protest. You have a sign, you are protesting. That's it.
Okay.
So the idea, and then the thing is, if people really want to organize, this really gives them a great opportunity, because now, you can organize in a way where we have activists pretty much all across Canada, and we can make sure that the activist actually goes to your party and they literally do a speech in the middle when the whatever shows up. They just do a speech about what's taking place, and that's how we spread the information and education, and at the same time people will finally go about their lives having a good time.
We organized what was going to be a Halloween party, but our Fraser Health Authority told us that we were not allowed to have anybody in our home over the weekend for Halloween, because Fraser Health has the highest count for cases in our province. And so we switched, because you're still allowed to have a funeral up to 30 people. We switched the name of our party to a funeral, and we buried our good friend Common Sense, and signage going up the driveway with all the signs that we would normally take to protest. So anybody that came through, we're protesting. We did our mask burning. We had our sanitizer, which was actually vodka at the door. But anyway, that's how we took care of that. And we had just over 20 people there. So
yeah. At the end of the day, this is what's going to happen. And again, this is obviously just my perspective, but I really believe so. All the tickets, definitely file it to court, and two things is going to happen. Either the government is just going to dismiss them because they don't want to see them in court, because once you go to court, then they're actually going to expose themselves that this is all unlawful and unjustified. There's no basis for any of this stuff. And then the other thing is the system actually can get really overwhelmed because so many people filing this to court that they're actually going to say, the system got overwhelmed and all the tickets are canceled. I really think that's what's going to happen. And the fact that nobody challenging that, nobody's actually even taking that risk, that's why this is all continuing. This is all ends, then we say no. That's it. Like, enough is enough. So, them grocery store parking lots too, yeah. So, hello? Go ahead.
Yeah, can you please write down whatever you're saying, because it's very good ideas. I would share it with my friends.
Sure.
I just want to share one astonishing fact that a Russian Orthodox Church in Toronto inspected by law person 3 times, and people so scared there that people who singing psalms and other songs doing it in masks. It is a self-torture, like it would be a concentration camp.
What time is usually service in that church?
Sundays.
What time?
From 10 till 12, I guess.
Okay. I'm going, and it's in Toronto, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so I have an event in Hamilton, but I'm gonna see if I can at least come in the morning, and then leave a couple of signs for you guys there, and then support you.
Yes, and in other church, when I'm in Hamilton, people are so scared of this fact that everybody is stressed out. People afraid that the government will bill the church for any fines, and we will not be able as a community to pay this. And can you please print out all of those what you said so I can share it with people in church?
No problem. Is everyone speak Russian in the church, since it's a Russian Orthodox church?
Yeah. Yes, and I speak Russian.
Yeah, so I can talk, and I talk to them in Russian. Maybe they listen better. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can talk this if you will send me a video. This so I can print it out to share it with people in church.
Yeah, no problem. Like I have a recording from this is already it's still recording, so I can send you a link to this recording. I'm sorry, what's your name?
It would be great.
I'm sorry.
It would be, yes. If you send me a link, it would be.
Yeah.
This would be great.
What is your name? Sorry.
My name is Anna
Anna.
Drozdova.
No problem. So I'm just gonna put my cell phone number in the chat. So if you send me a text message, that's my number there, 416-836-9643. Send me a message, and then I'll send you the link to this, and then you can play it for the people, and then let me know if you want me to stop by on Sunday morning on my way to Hamilton and see some of the people there and talk to them and put them at ease. And then if you have people in Hamilton you want me to connect, we have a festival on Sunday in Hamilton. They can come and join and see everyone with no mask, hugging and dancing and having a good time.
I think I will try just first talk with the people in our church just to calm down the situation and stress we are undergoing. All right.
The other thing I would strongly suggest, Anna, is especially again, whoever's in Toronto or around Toronto, come to the Dundas Square at 12 o'clock. We have a rally every single Saturday, and I'll be there and I'll be speaking, and then find me, and then I can talk to some of those people, because we've been protesting for the last 7 months about all this nonsense with no mask. I traveled around this country. I probably hugged thousands of people by now, and I'm probably the healthiest that I've ever been. What a concept.
Okay.
All right.
I would wish to receive all of this information in writing, because it's in recording, because it's too much. A lot of information for a short time. All right.
Yeah, so send me a text message. I have my number there. Okay. Thank you. Okay, great. Any other questions, comments, guys?
Yeah, Vlad, you guys hear me there?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, in Saskatoon,
yes.
They just recently announced mandatory masks.
On Friday, it's going into effect on Friday, right?
Friday, yep.
Yeah.
What are our options?
So do you already have access to the actual mandate?
No, it was just a verbal thing that they did online.
So you should request to see the actual legislation, and inside of that, there's always going to be an exemption. They cannot have it without an exemption.
Okay.
And what you do is you claim the exemption. And what happened in Ontario initially, we didn't have a provincial mandate. Every single municipality created their own bylaws, right? And that had an exemption in it anyway. What happened is because of Rocco Galati case, once the municipal bylaws expired, the Ontario actually created a provincial mandate, but they created including some of the provisions that Rocco Galati was pushing for, which includes exceptions, even creed. And creed stands for belief system. So you don't even have to claim medical exemption. You can just say, this is my belief system. Yep. I believe in the immune system. I believe in breathing fresh air without obstruction.
Right.
So what I'm trying to get to is, as soon as you're able to, get the legislation, print it up, and highlight all the exemption part. And then if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to me, either email hugsnation2020@gmail.com, or my cell phone number is there. Text message is always the best, or Telegram. Telegram is also good.
Perfect. Sounds easy.
Yeah, thank you, Daryl. Yeah,
Right.
and then Tamara is one of the captains now for the Regina chapter that we have coming up. We're gonna have all the Hugs merchandise available for you by next week. And the point is, we just have to really say no, and we build a movement, and we spread the message of love, positivity, and choice more than anything.
Get those signs out here. We'll get them in the stores.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna finalize everything tomorrow. And yeah, Tamara Lavoy, she's the captain for the Regina Saskatoon guys for you.
Okay, and Tamara's on here?
Yeah, she's on there. She's on mute. She might be busy with the kids or something. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll add her then. Yep.
Yeah, please do.
Yep.
Yeah, she's saying hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Thanks for help.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm so excited. You know, the nation is growing. People are uniting. We're building something so powerful, so positive. And again, it had to come this way. Again, I know for sure none of us would know each other if this wasn't for this. So this is the Light family, and we are all shining bright and super light. Okay, guys, almost an hour of the call. Thank you, everybody, for being available. If you think of something that you can contribute, or even if you're not sure where exactly you're going to fit best with our initiative, but you still want to help, still send us a message. You know, we can try you in the different positions and figure out what works best. And again, even a couple hours a day, 1 hour a day, whatever you have is fine, because this is all volunteer. And at the end of the day, you're contributing to something positive, something powerful. And then it's all about leaving a legacy, right? And knowing that when 2020 took place, you actually took action. And that's what we're going to do. Action. Ambassador Call Team. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop recording.